the WWE Hall of Fame Class of 2021, and technically our final entrant for now, but you never know. You never know. Speaking of never knowing, a man that I was waiting for this for a very long time. Ironically, the last time I saw this man live was at a Hall of Fame in 2012 when Sting was inducted. Rob Van Dam. There is only one. And, God, this guy has been all over if you think about it. I mean, he's obviously been in Japan, obviously been to Mexico, obviously been all over the world. Has done so much. And this is something you can really sink your teeth into if you think about it. But let's get to it, because there's a lot of shit to go through here. First of all Action Wrestling, their Perth, obviously I'm assuming this is Australia, Perth Classic Tournament in 2017. The Cultivar Alley Club, the Lufaz Award in 2020. Over the Top Wrestling, which is a company in Ireland. The No Limit title, which I'm not as familiar with, but good for him. All-Star Wrestling, their North American Heavyweight title. For American Wrestling Rampage, their Heavyweight title and the No Limits title. For Battle Championship Wrestling BCW, I think Atlanta British Promotion, their Heavyweight title. For ECW, and they're not counting this as this, but I am, the ECW title. But we'll get to that in a little bit. The ECW tag title twice to Sabu, and the longest reigning the World Television Championship. And honestly, if he didn't get injured during that time, not only would he have not vacated the title, but I feel Rob Van Dam would have been the ECW champion, and we probably would have had ECW last a couple of years. At that time, ECW was making Rob the biggest thing at that time with Jerry Lynn. Those feuds were amazing. Those matches were amazing. Rob Van Dam was going to be world champion. Even Heyman says this during the time, and obviously it was made right years later. But, God, what a different world it would have been if that happened. For the International Wrestling Federation, their television title. For the National Wrestling Council, their tag title with Bobby Bradley. For No Limits Wrestling, their heavyweight title. For Pacific Coast Wrestling, their heavyweight title. For the Peach State Wrestling, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, the Cordell City heavyweight title twice. For Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the comeback of the year in 2001 and 2010. 2001, obviously, during the invasion. 2010 was just him coming back, I think. Most popular wrestler of the year for 2001, 2002, obviously. Ranked number one in the PWI 500 in 2002, which was very shocking at the time. For South Atlantic Pro Wrestling, their tag title with Chaz Rocco. For TNA, their heavyweight title once, and the X Division title once. Rob Van Dam and TNA, the first time around, was great. It was something that pumped the blood into that company at that time when everyone thought that company was dying, and even a pandemic cannot kill TNA or Impact Wrestling. Good for them. For World Stars of Wrestling, their world title once. For the WWE WWF, the WWE title once, the ECW title once. Now, people don't count this as the ECW title run, like during the lineage of the original ECW title, but I feel that this would have happened eventually, so I counted as that. Rob Van Dam won both titles, technically, at One Night Stand 2006, which was the greatest crowd of all time, in my opinion. The last true crowd that gave a shit about wrestling. Watch that match with John Cena. Crowds like that today are nothing compared to that crowd. It makes me smile every time I watch it. But during that, ECW was coming back to Sci-Fi, which was actually before it became what it was. And Rob Van Dam held both the ECW title and the WWE title. Was awarded to by Paul Heyman on the first ECW on Sci-Fi show, which was long overdue, something that would have happened if ECW didn't close. And I'm happy it happened, even in that capacity. The WWF WWE Hardcore title 4 times. The WWF WWE Intercontinental title 6 times. Ironically, unifying both the hardcore and the European title, which he technically won, but was unified with that. The WWE tag titles, which was the SmackDown version with Rey Mysterio, and the World Tag Team titles twice, once with Kane and once with Booker T. The Money in the Bank 2006, we talked about that already. The 7th Grand Slam champion, the 15th Triple Crown winner, the Hall of Fame, obviously, and the Raw X Anniversary. Oh, is the awards show that year. Yes, in 2002. The Greatest Matches Award for the TLC 4 from 2002. And now he's just fucking Katie Forbes, so good for him. Not really wanting to end like that, but hey, a win's a win. You got to take it where you can. But at the end of the day, Rob Van Dam, one of the biggest names possible to go in this Hall of Fame. If he's not the headliner, probably Kane. We'll see what happens in the next few days. There could be someone else inducted. We don't know. But there's one more we got to go through, and this one's a weird one.